Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joy Stamp with Rachel. I'm Rachael Coon and it is our fun Fold Friday. Today I'll be using the Bewitching Stamp Set along with the Witch's Builder Hat Punch, and we will be making a really fun spin fold, fun fold. Go ahead and hold while I flip and we'll get started. Alright, as always with my Fun Fold Fridays, please comment if you're watching this on Facebook or if you're watching this on YouTube. You can comment in the comments in the description below or on our Facebook. Because one lucky person who watches this video and comments before midnight will be a lucky winner of the card we make in the video today. So let me show you the card. It is a spinner fun fold. Has these great stars right here. Has our cute little witch's hat. But the best part about this one is that it is very interactive. So I can wind it up, the hat, by turning it. And then we'll close it. And then when you go to send it to someone, it's in the envelope and they open it back up. It will then spin as they do so. You're probably wondering where in the world is a spot to write on this card. Don't worry, I got you covered. We are on the back this time. So you can write your Halloween message right here. You can even lay this out flat so it's easy for you to write on there as well. So that's a really fun one. I didn't want to lose the integrity of the front of this card and have you write somewhere and it would lose the funness of the effect of our spinner card here. And this is a different style than I've used in the past. I've made whale spinner cards and ladybugs and leaves, and this one is a little bit different. So I'm excited to show you how to make this one in particular. All right. I am using the Bewitching Stamp Set, but the only images I'm using are the stars and this cute little spider. And I've used the punch. However, let me give you something sad to tell you. This punch currently not available, and it is to be determined when it will be available. So hopefully you already have this in your craft room and you can make this card. If not, I will let you know as soon as this becomes available. Because hats, witches hats, can go for so much more than just Halloween. If you are a Wizards or a Harry Potter fan, the hat is a fun one to use all year round. In fact, I thought this would be a really fun invitation instead of just a card, and you can invite someone to a party on the back of this part here. So a couple ideas for you. Let me go ahead and walk you through how to make it. So first we're going to have a Blackberry Bliss piece of cardstock, and I went ahead and I ran this through my die cutting machine with the largest stylish shape circle. And I wanted the stylish shapes because there is a fun little stitch outline here. If you look at this one, I did not do it the right way, so you can't see the stitches on the opposite side. But what I did for this one is I ran through my card base the inside. So when we open it up, we'll have the stitch line right here, and that will show when we fold it just right. So keep that in mind. Go ahead and grab your bone folder, and we are going to close this up. So we'll go on the two score lines. What I did was I have it measuring at the 5.5 by 8.5, like a regular card base, and then I did go ahead and go right in the half at the 2 1/8 right here. And that creates our halfway point for our circle. And then I tried to line it up as close as I could for the circle when I die cut that out. All right, let's go ahead and grab our twine. This is our baker's twine in colors. This is a parakeet party and basic white mixed together. I love this one. I think it's super fun and festive, but you can use any baker's twine that you have. All right, so for this part here, what we need to do is I just kind of measure it by looking at it. We know this is 5.5, so it has to be at least smaller than that. Then we'll just cut it off right there. There we go. Then we're gonna grab our tear tape. So here's my tear tape. You just take a little piece. You don't need very much, maybe like 1/2 inch. And we're gonna put our tear tape right over our score right here. So go right across. We'll do that for the top and the bottom. And then remove the backing and put our piece of baker's twine. You want this to be really taut. So you don't want it to be loose, you want it to be tight on here. So I like to pull it down. I just stick it in one spot and then I pull it down and have it in the center right there. And that score line's a good reference as far as where the center of the circle is. So that's helpful. Let me go ahead and trim off the excess right here. We don't need all of that extra, but we do want to secure it even more. So I'm going to take another piece of my tear tape, grab a little bit, and I'm going to go over it again. And I'm not going to remove the backing for this one. So I'm going as close as to that edge of a circle as I can, just to secure this. This is going to get a lot of spin time, so we don't want it to fail on us and for the baker's twine to be no longer attached. So don't take off the backing, rub it down really well, and you should be good. I did go ahead and add some more of the tear tape, so when that we close this up, it'll also be super stuck down. And I use liquid glue as well. So I kind of use a mixture of a lot of adhesives for this card, which is great reason to have more than just one go-to adhesive. Let's remove these backings. Sometimes the backings are hard to get off. There we go. And you have to just rub it down or use some tweezers. There's those two. And we're going to grab some liquid glue too. I'm only doing on this half here because this is going to fold right over on it. So I want to have it go around our circle edge. And I feel like that looks pretty good. Okay, now go ahead and fold this down, trying to get to that other score. It's okay if it doesn't line up perfectly. You'll see right here, since it's the same color, it blends in really well. And that's just fine. But that's about halfway. Okay, there we have the spinning part of it attached and good to go. Now let's build our hats. So it just depends on which way you want your first hat to look. I like to have this going, the top of the hat going to the left side. So this will be my top, and this will be my back of it. And I just punched this out of basic black. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to flip this one over. So it's going to be the opposite direction. Because when they're back to back, you need them to be that direction. Does that make sense? All right, now we're going to grab our things to embellish with. So part of the punch is this cool little, we couldn't think what the name of this is. So I was calling it ribbon, like a ribbon on the hat. Because here's the brim, but there's always like a little nice little detail here on witches' hats. And there was no way I could even find, I Googled it for many minutes and I didn't find an answer to that. But there's also these awesome stars here. When you're punching out the stars, you just need a strip of paper, about like maybe 1 inch. And that way you're not punching out a whole piece of hat that you don't need to use, just a little bit. Let me show you kind of with the scrap here. Let me flip it over so you can see. So here's our little stars. I have just a little bit here, and I'll punch it like this as I go. And keep on punching it that way, and so on. And that's only the space I need. That's probably about 1.5 inches there. So it doesn't need be a big piece of paper. All right, let's go ahead and add our, we'll call it our ribbon, and that's in the Parakeet Party. I love this shade of green for Halloween. It's like that perfect brightness without being too overbearing. We'll attach that to that one there. And I find it easier sometimes to attach things without glue on them. And so I put the glue directly on the hat instead of on my little piece of paper. Okay, same for this, for our stars. We're gonna put some glimmer gold stars on here. And you can do 3 to 4 to 5, depending on how many will fit. I like to have at least 3, is what I did on one of this, and then the other one I did 4. So that's what the 4 looks like. That's what the 3 looks like. Pick as however many you want. Then grab your Take a Pick tool and start sticking your stars onto those little glue spots you created. You want to make sure you do get a little bit of time for this to dry, since it is liquid glue and it's a harder piece of paper, or a thicker piece of paper, this glimmer paper is. So give it a hot minute to dry completely. Let's see, there's 3 different shapes of stars. I'm trying to make sure I get all of the right sizes on this one. And let's see, which size am I missing? There's our little one. We'll put this guy up here. It's like a medium. And then we'll grab, maybe, there we go. One more guy down there. Super cute hat. Let's let that dry for a hot minute and we'll go ahead and do our stars in the front. Usually I use designer series paper right here to add some sort of embellishing and look to it, but this time we're gonna just put some daubs of glue and add those basic black stars. And those stars were punched out at the exact same time I punched out the hats. So that was an easy make. Let me show you that paper too. So you need to punch out at least 2 hats. So when I punched these out, I got that extra little ribbon piece and the stars at the same time. And this measures about 3 inches and you'll need 3 by 5. All these measurements are over my blog, so if I'm saying them and you're missing it, don't worry. You can go visit my blog later after you watch the video and have all the measurements right there. I'm a very visual person, so I love seeing the numbers versus just hearing them. Oh, there we go. Get that one right there. Stick another one right here. And there's no rhyme or reason of how many stars you want and where you're going to put them. We're just creating a cool background. If you really want to, you could even do it on the flip side as well and have stars on here. I kept it fairly simple. Okay, now it's time to attach our hats. We're gonna grab some tear tape. And we're gonna do the back side of it, which it doesn't really matter, just as long as you line them up right. The back hat, we're gonna slide it right underneath our baker's twine. Let's go like this, get it about center. Looks good right there. Oh, as I move it, and then press it down. Awesome. I'm then going to add a little bit of tear tape to this hat as well, and then also liquid glue. We really, like I said, really want this to stick. So I'll add some to the bottom here, smooth it out, remove the backing. And then I'm going to put liquid glue on this guy here to the tip and just little dots. It's kind of our theme for today, just little ones just to catch it. Okay, flip this hat over and line it up as close as you can to the other hat and press down. Awesome. We're gonna let this dry. Let me grab a weight for it. We'll scoot that over while we get ready to do our basic white stamping on the back. So this is for our back. It doesn't have to be super fancy. You could add a saying from another stamp set. There is no sayings in this one. But we do have, I think, three other stamp sets in our holiday catalog that would allow you to add a saying. Even the paper pumpkin one had a really cute one. This is a spider. Sorry, my sticker's not on it, so you can't tell. But I'm going to go to the top left for this guy and just press down nicely. Cute. And I'm using Blackberry Bliss, which is the same ink I used, or same color of my card base. This is the stars. Again, bad me. I didn't put my stickers on, so you can't tell. And then we're going to go just down to the bottom right corner and create some cute little stars. Okay, put that ink away. Let's attach this one to the back. I like to use my stamping seal. Do a little seal in each corner and in the center. It doesn't need to be completely covered. This is the best way to save, and it still sticks. I live in a fairly humid area, and so sometimes sticking capabilities are tricky when it's humid. And so this trick still works, still sticks, even though I have humidity in the air. All right, so there's the back of it. We've attached that. Now we just need to add the inside. So let me show you these really cool vellum pieces. This is called the Lovely Layers Vellum, and it has designs on them. So this is the one I used for my original card. I have this cool one that has like a cool swirly. I kind of like the way that would look. I don't know if I would be able to line it. Oh yeah, I could. I could have like a cool swirly spot right here. Or there was even this cool looking, I want to call it like a hill one. So that one's kind of fun. It has that different gradient of black to gray to more of the vellum look there. But let's go crazy and let's use this one. I think that would be really fun for the spinner card. Okay, So the secret though for vellum is usually to use a glue dot. And I'm going to do one in each corner. It will show through. That's something you'll just have to understand, and that'll be okay. Here are my glue dots. I'm going to take it to what I think is the back. Let's see. This one looks like, could be either way on this, really. And I'm going to go to this corner and stick it, press my thumb over it, and it should be able to peel right onto the vellum. There we go. Ooh, as I stuck, that one has a bonus glue dot. We're just going to leave it there. That'll be okay. Extra sticky. Okay. Put that one there. Peel it off. That one came off a lot better. This tip is just to leave a little bit of heat from your thumb to help it transfer on to the next, to your vellum versus stick to the strip here. One last one. Okay. Now let's line this up as much as we can to look like it's going to be center. And yes, and have our nice swirly spot. Oh, let's go right about there. Press down, and there we go. Cute, cute, cute. Let's see if it spins right. Wind it up. Lay it flat, open, and spin. Ah, just love it. Super fun Halloween card. Again, Wizards, Harry Potter card, or anything that you want to make with this. Again, this is not available right now, this punch, so hopefully you have it in your craft room. I'll let you know when it comes available. Have a great weekend and happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.